Dan Boul from 65 Amps in Los Angeles, California. We're at the Obnoxiously Loud LA Amp Show. And I thought I'd take a moment to share our new amp called the Producer. I have two versions of it here, an EL-34 version and a 6L6 version. Right now I'm plugged into the EL-34 version. The fun thing about these amps is we're running them very high current but low voltage, which allows us a lot of freedom in the design of the amp. It also extends the tube life dramatically. So plugged into the EL-34 version, I'm going to show you a clean sound that's pretty unexpected from EL-34s. I can get good EL-34 distortion as you would expect. But then what I'm going to do is plug into the 6L6 version, show you the good clean sound you would expect from a 6L6, but then a really unexpectedly nice distortion that's not usual in a 6L6 amp. Also, these amps are only 28 watts because they're running at low voltage, but with all the current that's flowing through them, you get a big sense of a powerful 100-watt amp. So anyway, these are the cleans that we can get out of EL-34s. I can heat it up just a hair. And I can go over to the more British side of the amp and get, as expected, big distortion out of EL-34. Now let's have a look at the 6L6s. I have to switch the cables, so here comes the Bugs Bunny cartoon. So here we are on the 6L6 version of this amp. Again, sounds like 6L6s. You expect that sort of, That's not a surprise from a 6L6 amp. What is, however, is usually with 6L6s, you don't expect a very musical friendly distortion like that. And again, these are only at 28 watts, so they're loud, but they're not obnoxiously loud. And both these amps have our master voltage feature on it, so you can get these same things down to about 5 watts. So the goal is to make it a highly functional amp that's useful in most any situation. Hence the name Producer. It produces. So anyway, that's my nerddom for the week. As you can see, I spend a lot of time obsessing about this stuff, and we found these to be very useful. So far, we've had the original version of this amp out in the field for almost 2 years and without any blown tubes. Again, the joy of high current, low voltage. So there you have it from the Obnoxiously Loud LA Amp Show.
Now, you were explaining about you're using a lot of current as
Right.
opposed to voltage.
Correct.
And we had talked earlier about the fact that with that, it doesn't stress the tubes. Can you go into that a little bit?
Sure, absolutely. Well, current is, if you think in terms of water, is the easiest analogy. Current is the amount of electricity, so it's like the amount of water. Voltage is the pressure that it's under. So it's the pressure on the electricity that strips the cathode, stresses out the tube, creates heat because of the friction. So when you drop the voltage, with Ohm's law, you have to raise the current. So we couldn't find any transformers that would do that. So we had some made at Mercury Magnetics. So now they're flooded with rich AC. So the tubes are very happy, and it's under low pressure. So it's the equivalent of a nice, big, large water flow instead of a nice little spray.
Yeah, we can't show it on the video, but there's very little heat coming out of the tubes. They're pretty.
That amp's been on for 5 hours now. You can put your hand on top of it,
it's-
you can't feel it.
It's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not hot at all.
So-
and it saves the tubes, because that's one of the things of tube fatigue.
Right, modern tubes in a normal EL-8 or EL-34 or 6L6 amp will last about 2 years. The way these are going now, I predict they'll last about 20. with these tubes. And tubes are getting worse every year. So far, so good.
Can you let us know how to get a hold of you?
Yeah, absolutely. Sure. You can get. I'm just Dan at 65amps.com. I'm on Facebook, and you can also see me be on the Flow Guitar Enthusiast show on LA Talk Radio some Monday nights. And then I hear one of the hosts is maybe going to have a baby, so I might be able to come and hang out a little more.
Yes, we might have. We're definitely going to have him back.
I won't say which one.
But anyway, check us out too at our website www.flowguitarenthusiast.com. And our shows every Monday nights, 8 p.m., Channel 1 on latalkradio.com.
All right. Thanks, Jeff.
Thank you.
All right, man.